Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome so much to the cookbook of the day. For those of you who saw me about 4 hours ago, ending out bar brunch, thank you so much for watching again. But today, I and several wonderful, wonderful guests are going to be showing you, those of you who haven't had an at-home Halloween in a while, who have been going out every Halloween, and now that outside is not allowed, are a little scared and worried about what to do. We're going to show you how to have a fun little Halloween party at home with all of these foods and all kinds of possibly drinks. Speaking of drinks, first up is a spiderweb cocktail. Now, this actually little iridescent glass I got from Emily Godfrey, the Director of Operations at Frigid, New York. So thank you for that. My first time using it though, because I usually am gross and I use just like paper cups and stuff. I'm garbage. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do for our spiderweb cocktail is put some cotton candy in here. Now I am going to be using this cotton candy that I got from a chocolate storybook. It is a they do a lot of chocolate, obviously, but they have a ton of cotton candy. And they have every flavor of cotton candy. They have like bacon flavored cotton candy, which also comes in a 3-pack of like bacon, eggs, and pancake cotton candy. So this is just wedding cake flavor because it was white and I want it to be white. So what I'm doing is putting some cotton candy in here and just like letting it be itself. So that's great. So we have you. And we're going to put you over here to yourself right now. And then we are in a separate cup or mug or bowl or whatever you're going to do. Just mix our little ingredients together. So I have my Pinnacle Vanilla Vodka. If I can open you, I can. Great. All right. So you're going to go in here. I measure by gloves. I measure with my heart. And then we're going to add some Coffee Mate French Vanilla Creamer. And get that sugar in there, that nice bright, ghostly spiderweb white color. Some simple syrup, because you know what, we have sugar in here, but why not even more? Just there. And for a little extra zhuzh, because I love a zhuzh, we're going to have some Fancy Sprinkles Prism Powder. It's by the Fancy Sprinkles brand, which I use in almost everything. And I have it in silver right now. I'm just putting a lot of it in here. Great. So then you can go off to the side for a hot second. Can you? Yes, you can. So I'm going to take my little mini vampire steak. Going to swirl it around in here. Especially make sure the glitter is evenly distributed throughout. And then we're going to pour over top. Oh, all that extra glitter is in there. Great. So we have that right now. I'm going to give it a little more of a swirl. And it's looking a little small. It's looking a little small. For most people, they would have just that, but not me. I'm running a whole show today, and this is the second show that I've run today. So we have a little bit more of you. And we have a little bit more of you. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. Amazing. So here's what she's looking like. She's looking very pretty. I'm going to give her a little bit of a stir again, try and make sure that cotton candy, those cotton candy vibes are all over the place. I'm going to add just a little tiny splash of whipped cream on the top. Ooh, want some alcohol with that glitter? Oh, the two things that you got to know about me if you watch Bar Brunch. Lots of alcohol in my cocktails, lots of glitter in everything, including the foods. But of course, Dana knows that. And my little last thing that I'm gonna try, everybody. I used a little silicone mold to try to freeze a chocolate spider. Moment of truth. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Ooh, she's so cute. All right, so she goes on the top here. You can go in here to get me. And this is a little spiderweb cocktail. I'm gonna move the camera down a little bit so you can see the top. Yay, amazing. All right, now I'm gonna hold my tripod so I can actually get back to what we're doing here. All right, so while I take 1.5 million photos of this, up next is a wonderful, wonderful performer of mine named Denisse. Denisse is in my Chemical X Powerpuff Girls improv show. Denisse is also going to be the star of the upcoming Spanish translation of Show Up Kids. So everyone, please give a warm and spooky welcome to Denisse.
Hi guys, how you doing today? So today I'm going to show you how to do all parts of a pumpkin. You know, we all like decorating pumpkins, but we forget to use the seeds and the guts, so I will show you what to do with those. So first of all, 1 second. I went ahead and sheeted and got some prep work done, just for time's sake. So the first thing you have to do is get your pumpkin and cut it in half. And this is Abby, by the way. So you, I cut the top off already, and it's actually easier for balance sakes. So you flip it over, and take off the sticker, and you get the pointy end of the knife inside, and you start cutting. Then the other side. All right, there we go. So I already emptied out my pumpkin, but this is what it's gonna look like once you do it yourself, which I'm sure you all know. It's gonna look like this. So you have to scoop it out with a spoon, and you gotta save it. And the seeds are going to be entangled with the pumpkin guts like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to separate it with some water, and then you're going to put all the separated seeds on a towel. It's actually better if you use a towel. I used a paper towel last night, and they stuck to the paper towel, which was kind of annoying. But so you get them dry, you leave it overnight, and then the next day you're going to get all these nice seeds, and they're going to be nice and dry. And then you're going to get all the guts. And for the guts, you can actually boil these and make pumpkin infused cider. So I'm going to go ahead and put the guts right inside the pot. And then I'm going to add some water. And I'm going to start boiling. And while we're doing that, actually, you want to start getting your oven ready at 400 degrees. Awesome. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get these clean halves of the pumpkin, and you're going to place them down on a pot like this, or it can also be like a non-stick pan. You're going to place them down, and you're going to pop it in the oven for 30, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, but once the oven's ready. All right. And now we're going to talk about the seeds, which is the fun part. You're going to get a non-stick pan, and then you're going to grab some baking paper. you're gonna grab the seeds and literally just like spread them out. Like so. And I think I'm gonna have to do 2 rounds of this because I have still like half a bowl left. Next, you're gonna drizzle some olive oil. Whew, I think I went crazy, but that's okay. And you're gonna add some salt. Or you don't have to do salt. I mean, I think that it's like better with a little bit of salt at least. But you can do like whatever you want. Like maybe if you feel like doing nutmeg. I don't know. I prefer my pumpkin seeds salty though. So, well, I'm gonna do salt. I'm gonna do pepper. And I'm Mexican, so I actually like to make them spicy, so I'm gonna put some paprika on there. Alright. Okay, and you're gonna put these in the oven also at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. So the oven is still prepping, so while that preps, you can actually also use the pumpkin skin. So what I'm gonna do, now that I think about it, I'm gonna use half of this, and I'm gonna get a peeler. You can also use a regular knife and just peel the skin off. And this is after you've washed the skin, of course. Just be careful because I've heard of people getting their thumbs cut off using a peeler. All right. Woo. Woo. I think I'm just going to use a knife. Oh yeah, and it's important that you do this before you pop this in the oven. I mean, it's fine if you leave the skin on the pumpkin, but then once you take it out of the oven, then it's gonna be all like fleshy and soft, and you want the skin to stay hard so that they can actually turn into chips, you know. So you want to cut the skin off before the oven, but it's fine if you want to leave it on. Okay. All right. And be careful doing this, especially when your pumpkin's a little slippery. All right. Okay. There we go. Also, one thing about the pumpkin seeds that I forgot to mention, I actually watched this one video of a girl that boiled her pumpkin seeds after she took them off of the pumpkin guts. And she said that it's better to make sure that the pumpkin seeds are completely roasted. I didn't do that just because I don't know if I want my pumpkin seeds to be crunchy, because it makes them crunchy. So, all right. Right? And it's totally fine if you're, because look at my skin pieces. They're like so crooked. So it's totally fine if they're not perfectly round or shaped, you know. I mean, whatever, you know. You're not selling them anyway. All Well, I'm gonna keep cutting these chips, and then I'm gonna pop the halves in the oven once the oven is preheated at 400, and then, whew, all right, it's almost boiling. So I'll hand it off to Jenny.
Oh, I'm so excited to see how all of that turns out. Oh my God. I love also that she's using all of the pumpkin. I always feel like I have so many parts of everything that I'm just not using. Denisse, by the way, along with everything that I already said, is part of my I'm Your Hamlet show that is running right now at the Hartford Fringe Festival, now through November 9th. So is our next guest. We have Amanda Nicastro joining us. She's going to be, I believe, showing you how to make some spooky little eyeballs to serve up at your party. Amanda.
Hello! Yes! I actually have a drink and spooky eyeball deviled eggs. I'm going to do the drink first so that I can drink it while I show you the deviled eggs. The drink is called mermaid water. Normally we make it in a punch bowl for a party, but it's COVID. We're not doing any parties, so I'm making my lonely little drink for one. And it is Malibu rum, Captain Morgan spice rum, blue curacao, with limes, limeade, and pineapple juice. Now, I didn't buy a can. You normally get the can of limeade in the grocery store in the freezer section, but I didn't get the whole can because I'm just making one for me. Hi, Dina! I made my own little limeade, like a simple syrup, which is super easy. I did a 1/4 cup of sugar, a cup of hot water. I let it cool, and then I added the juice of 1 lime and 1 lemon, and there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. You got some limeade simple syrup. Anyway, it is 2 parts Captain Morgan. So I'm gonna measure my 2 ounces. My spiced rum right there. Here we go. And then it's 1 part Malibu, 1/2 part blue curacao. I don't have Malibu. I have the Bacardi. It's fine. You know, use whatever you want here to make your mermaid water. Now, when I did serve this in a punch bowl, I had these plastic eyeballs that I found at Party City, and I floated them in the punch bowl, and they were really cute. But I don't have them this time because remember, it's just a lonely little party of one here today with all of you. So I guess not a party one. There you go. So the blue, I shouldn't have had my hand in the way. Anyway, that's how you get the nice little mermaid color there. And it's 6 parts pineapple juice. And I have my lonely little 1 can of pineapple juice here. 6 parts, so that's 6 ounces because I don't want to do math today and we're only making 1 drink. So that's 2, 4, and I should have held that up higher. 6! I tried to line up my camera with the table earlier. I was on the struggle bus, let me tell you. And then you've got 1 part limeade. I made this huge for 1 ounce here, people. 1 ounce. That's okay. I'll use it later. You know what? I'm going to make it a little sweeter. We're going to do a little more than 1 ounce. All right? I'm going to put that in there. And normally in a punch bowl, you would add lime juice, but I'm just going to leave it since, again, it's a lonely little drink for one. But instead of my eyeballs, I have these cute little, here we go. We're going to make it, and I preset it. These come in different colors, but I preset it to the green. And then there's not that much room left in here. Oh, one of them is a multicolor. Oh, well. Top with ginger ale as far as you can. Ooh. Spooky. Okay, that's your mermaid water. So the next thing I have are these little deviled eggs. Can you see those? Can you see? There you go. So I like deviled eggs at a party because if people are drinking a little bit too much, then this gives them something hefty to eat. Now, the way you get the little veins on the outside here, my light is very bright. I apologize. I just put a little food coloring in my little teacup, and I have a chopstick. If you have a tiny paintbrush, that you can use, that's good too. But, you know, you just kind of etch. Can you see that? You just kind of etch your little red lines, your little bloodshot eyeballs here. There you go. You know, and then, so if you don't know how to hard boil eggs, it's really easy. I actually wind up looking up every time I do hard boiled eggs. You bring it to a boil, you put all the eggs in the pot, you cover them with water just to they're covered. You bring it to a boil, and then I turn the water off and I let it sit for 8 to 10 minutes. Everybody has something different. That's what I like to do. I put green food coloring in the eggs and just used as much as I wanted. I just kind of, you know, guesstimate it. Once the eggs cool, this is something that I always struggle with. I never let eggs stick around long enough in my refrigerator. The longer your eggs have been in your refrigerator and then you hard boil them, it's actually easier to get the little skins off. And I've also been told you can add salt to the water. Green eggs, I don't have ham. So then you just put your, and the egg mixture is, I just kind of guesstimate mayonnaise, Dijon mustard ratio to the yolks, but, and then you have little pimento olives. I pre-sliced mine. I was very worried about going over time, so I like pre-sliced everything. Yes, you can, thank you for reminding me, because I was going to forget that. You can use an avocado too. You can do a little mayo, some avocado. Let me see. This is going to get on my computer. There we go. That's your eyeball. Another reason I really like deviled eggs for gatherings, when we can have gatherings again, is you never know. I think a good party spread has something for everyone. You don't want people to feel left out. And so this is a great way for your gluten-free friends to have something that they can eat. Anyway, that's your little creepy eyeball. If you want to use, you could use spider deviled eggs. You would just not make them green. So you just do the yolk the normally way you do it. You pop it out, mix it with a little Dijon mustard, a little mayo, maybe some relish if you care for relish. And then you get Kalamata olives or black olives and you slice those. And then you put the little thing there. And then you slice them up in little things and you just arrange and make the, I didn't pre-make one, I'm sorry. I just did the eyeballs. Anyway, eyeballs. Mermaid water. Cheers. That's it. I think I'm grossly under time. They're so good.
Yay! Oh, amazing! Oh my God, that mermaid water looks to die for, and I love little props and stuff all of the time. Also, yes, everyone, we are running fast. That's partially my fault because I speed through everything. But yes, Amanda not only is in I'm Your Hamlet, but she is part of the Ha Ha Halloween movie review. Yesterday we were so spooky, we got shut down. And by that I mean one of our guests played Teenage Dream by Katy Perry and Sony got mad and took us down. But if you would like to see an actual full uninterrupted show, we are going again this Saturday. Also, on Fridays, we are part of Going to the Movies at Home with Jenny and Amanda on Frigid Fridays. Speaking of Frigid Fridays, our next guest you will have seen many a time on Frigid Fridays with her cooking segments from One Family, One Menu. She cooks up the most delicious, wonderful things. And of course, right now, she is my daughter, Wednesday Addams. Please welcome Karen from One Family, One Menu.
Hi, Mom. Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful time. It's a spooky, spooky day, and I am making a spooky, spooky meal. Today, we are making my Halloween orange peppers. Now, if you don't find any orange ones, you can always put some blood on a green one, and it'll become red, and it'll be cool, too. I am also drinking brain juice. Everybody has a very cool drink, but I'm not that cool. So I just poured this from a brain I had sitting down and it works well. Anyways, the first step to our Halloween peppers is for you to get 4 bell peppers. this recipe yields to 4, maybe 5 bell peppers. And I carved mine like little pumpkins, right? Oops, there you go. I carved mine like little pumpkins, and we are going to stuff that with, you're going to make 2 cups of rice, whether it's white or brown, that's your choice. And I have about 14 ounces of beefless beef grounds. So this is a vegan dish if you want it to be. It could be if you use beefless beef, but otherwise you can use regular ground beef. And I cook this, you can use whatever seasoning you like, but I cook this with onions, garlic, dry oregano, and basil, tomato paste, 1 cup of stock, of vegetable stock, and a little bit of garlic chili, Thai garlic chili, to give it like a paprika, and salt, pepper, and olive oil. So if I'm forgetting something, forgive me. The recipe is going to be after the show. It's going to be on onefamilyonemenu.com. So we've cooked our beef. Again, you can make it however you want. And we're going to mix it with our rice, right? Because we got to get those little worms in there. Ooh, spooky worms. And let me tell you, my family loves this dish. They love eating yucky, spooky stuff as much as I do as well. And since we are kids, we love assembling this together with the adults. It's so much fun. All right, we're going to fold the rice in, or mix it in, not necessarily fold. We're going to fold it in, and we're going to make sure that all the rice is coated nicely with some of the color of the beef, whether you use beefless beef or regular beef. With the sauce that it makes, you're going to be able to coat the rice. And let me tell you guys, this beefless beef tastes exactly like meat. You won't tell the difference. I've given it to people that only eat beef, and they're like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So just so you know. All right. Now that this is all coated, everything is very flavorful because of everything we use to cook the meat. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your peppers, and you're going to carve your peppers. You can, if you don't have any other carving tools, like a pumpkin, like I said, and you can use a paring knife. This is a paring knife. The smallest knife you usually have is a paring knife. And I'm going to take my pepper, and I'm going to stuff it with this guy. And make sure you put the little carvings like back a little bit so they don't fall through there. They won't. It's not going to be that big. And you stuff them, and you stuff them, and you stuff them. And then they have little hats, right? But to make it even more delicious and oozy, woozy, goozy, yucky, goozy, right? You're going to put on some either mozzarella or a melty cheese if you want. If you're making this vegan, you can use vegan cheese. If I didn't put the cheese, this would be completely vegan because it doesn't have any actual dairy. And then you put it there like so. There you go. Put it on this. I have a little tray here, a sheet tray. Let me show you. With my peppers. I'm going to fill the next one in. And it's going to be so good, guys. And also, don't forget, your kids love doing these things, especially in Halloween. Like now that we have a quarantine Halloween, and maybe staying home, or you're going to the grandparents' house, maybe you want to have a nice dinner. And this could be one of those dinners items. You know, you can have, this could be the main course because it has everything. It has rice, it has protein, and a nice side salad. And then you can have some eyeball cookies, or for appetizers, some of those delicious deviled egg eyeballs. And here's my next guy. And you're going to put these in the broiler for around 4 minutes, I want to say. And you can top them off after they broil. So you put the tops on the side of I put mine in a sheet pan with lined with a silicone mat. You can use parchment as well. For the sake of this amazing cook show, I have made some ahead of time. Baby magic. And the children of the corn brought me the decoration. They dropped off some corn because they thought it might be useful for Halloween. You know, we hang out and stuff. And this is what they look like. There you go. And they're pretty scary. And if you want to put some food coloring on the cheese to make it red and then put it in the oven, then it'll drip red. And then you really know where the brains were at. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please go to onefamilyonemenu.com for this recipe and many others. And also don't forget to subscribe, to go watch my videos and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And a few likes will be amazing as well. Thank you guys. See you soon. Boo.
Yay! Oh, I love those. They're so great. And thank you so much for making friends with the children of the corn to give you all of those beautiful decorations. And yes, if you cannot have human faces, pepper faces are fine, of course. But yes. Oh my God, that looks so delicious. I'm going to be baking those this week. So I have some gloves on because I am going to do a fun little thing. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so you'll be able to kind of see what's happening here. Let me move everything a little closer. Come a little bit closer. No, it needs to go backwards. That's what it needs to do. Go back. So, in these little baggies are chicken wings that have been marinating in butter and black food dye for 3 hours, flipped over and over again every half hour to make sure it gets on all edges. So, we're going to see if it worked. All right. I'm going to need something harder to. Yes. So these delicious and nutritious hot wings are going to get turned into some vampire wings for your Helsing vibes. Your little Van Helsing vibes. Right, here's another one. They are pitch black. I'm going to throw out this bag of food dye. I'm going to get the rest of them out as well. Get out of here. Now, I have never made bat wings, quote unquote, before. They're not actual bat, I promise you, they're not actual bat. I'm not bringing any more COVID-19 into the country. But they have a little special trick to them when you make them. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, I'm so sorry. They're imitation vampire bats, I promise. All right, you're gonna go in the sink right now because you have black food dye all over you. You are going to get tossed. All right, so my black wings over here. Now what you're supposed to do is use a syringe to get underneath the skin and then put a mixture of hot sauce. I actually made my mixture hot sauce and glitter here. But, yes, imitation vampire bat, no actual vampires were harmed in the making of this cooking show. But I have a little mixture of red glitter and hot sauce here. So we're gonna see if my little MacGyver, of course, yes, I will glitter that chicken, Amanda. I will glitter that chicken. I will. But I kind of MacGyvered a syringe out of a straw and a Ziploc bag. We're gonna see if that works. It probably won't, but we'll see. We shall see. All right. So my hot sauce can go down over here. And here's my little Ziploc baggie. Actually going to first put the mixture in here instead of just, everything I make is sparkly, yes. Yes, everything I make is sparkly. I have so much edible glitter, all from the brand Fancy Sprinkles. All right, I'm just pouring you in here. Also, one thing that I found out, apparently the bags that I used for the black food dye marinade on the chicken had holes in them. So a lot of my refrigerator is now dyed black. So that's fun. All right. So you're in here, and the goal of this, it'll probably work like a piping bag. That's my theory. But you need to get under the skin. So we have a pointy dagger straw that we're going to get underneath of there in, and then siphon it through the straw into the, it'll look cool if it works. We'll see if that happens. We're all learning together today. I might also take my gloves off for this. I'm going to get black food dye all over my hands. But the worst part of it is over. I need a magenta and Columbia over here to help me get these off. By the way, please ask if you want these black gloves for your personal life. Our tech Chris had them, and they match spooky Halloween vibes. So, all right. I'm very nervous about this because it is not what we had originally planned, but we also don't have a syringe. So, this dress is banging. It's by Shein, S-H-E-I-N. I love them. I already have black food dye on my hands and I haven't even touched anything. I'm gonna see if this works. All right. Let me get under the skin. Under the skin. You know what might actually be more useful for getting under the skin? My meat scissors. A little snippy snap. Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm very nervous. How are you? Right. That is not a hole. That's a hole. It's a whole lot of something. All right. We're just going to try. Now, if only I could see the hole, that would be great. But I can't because they're dyed black. All right. All right. It's already on me everywhere. I shouldn't have taken those gloves off. We're going to try, that one's angering me. So we're going to try a different chicken. My meat scissors. My meat scissors. Thank you for patiently, they'll ooze when they're cooked. Yes, that is the point. When you snap them open, it'll look like all of this sparkly vampire blood is coming out. Stay in place. Yes, yes. You know what would have been really good? A syringe. All right. Are you coming out of there at all? This may have to become dipping sauce. Oh. All right. That made a decision for me. spilled all over the place. So, okay, it's going on the outside. We're learning as we go. Oh, glitter. I love the taste of glitter in the morning. In the morning with a U. All right. So I'm going to tilt this down so you can see what has befallen. But now I have extra glittery red sparkles all over my imitation vampire wings. So what I'm going to do now is pop these in the oven for 35 to 45 minutes. Give me 1 second to get my little set flax. My little silicone things. All right. Oven has been preheated to 400 degrees. Ooh, my lovelies are going in. I have to be extra careful to stay away because of my bad wings. All right. I'm going to set my kitchen timer for 35 minutes. All right. So, since I believe we still are running a little fast, Chris, is our next act ready? All right. Right now, let's check back in with Denisse to see how the using of the whole pumpkin is going.
Hey. So number 1, don't stick your head in the oven. Number 2, make sure that your cat isn't walking by when the oven is on or he might catch on fire. Okay, so I have the seeds here. They're out of the oven, and you can tell with the camera, but they're brown. I swear they're brown. They just look white because the camera sucks. It's not because they're not ready or anything. Also, I have started making the cider. I got lazy and I threw half of this bottle in the pot and the other half I threw in the oven to put out the fire. So, the pumpkin is still baking, but it's almost ready. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's ready. You know that the pumpkin flesh is ready because, oh yeah, that's another thing that I forgot. You're supposed to put water on it, but not on the oven, because then it's going to like start smelling like fire. But there's not a fire here. Okay. But you throw the water in the baking dish. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do this. You grab the pumpkin. This is why I died. I took too long cooking my dinner. You grab the pumpkin. You take it out. Alright, here we go. You take it, and you know that it's ready because you can softly, very, very softly, stick your knife in. It's ready. So now all you have to do is throw it in the blender and make puree. And that puree you can use for, I don't know, let's say pumpkin bread or pumpkin pie. Stuff you use liquid pumpkin for. A pumpkin smoothie. Pumpkin tears. Joke. But now the chips, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put them also in a baking sheet, and you're gonna, and I can't move it right now, but you're gonna put them in the baking sheet and you're gonna drizzle some olive oil, salt, and pepper, or you might want to go crazy and put some cinnamon on there. You might want to mix it up like so. Mix it up. And then you're gonna pop it in the oven, and that's actually gonna be shorter. That's gonna be about 15 minutes. And now for the last part of the pumpkin, the part that you grab it from, which I forgot what it's called because I have anxiety. Okay? You can't use this. Don't eat it. I tried cooking it in many different ways and it's not gonna work. So just give it back to Mother Earth, not in the trash can, but in your neighbor's yard who wasn't nice enough to help you out with the fire. Back to you, Genny.
Oh, well, we do run that risk when we run a seance during a cooking show of having a ghost who has died in a fire join us. But we do very much appreciate all of the wonderful tips and tricks on how to use the entire pumpkin. We do hope that the reliving of your death was not too painful for you. Again. But also we do know that we are still running ahead of schedule, so if there's anything that you had planned that you did not get to, please let us know in the chat and we'll bring you back on. All right, now most of you know that I actually run a brunch show, Bard Brunch with Genny Yosco, every Sunday at 1 p.m. I actually finished doing that at 2 p.m. today and then had 4 hours to prepare for this. We actually have a little brunch video sent to us from a very professional, very renowned cooking chef. My brain is not working good. A chef, a wonderful at-home chef. She does cook a lot in her church's basement. She has her own cooking show, of course, called Cooking with Catherine. Enjoy.
Hey y'all, and thanks for joining me today on Cooking with Catherine. Now today on our show, I'm going to start over.
Action. Cut. We're going to use them.
Hey y'all, and thanks for joining me today on Cooking with Catherine. Now today I'm going to show y'all how to whip up an easy peasy brunch for Sunday after church, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm so hungry after Mass, my belly thinks my throat's been cut. Now any simpleton can make this egg baked for Sunday after church. You just take 1 egg and gently crack it into the bowl. That one was a softie. Shells out of there. Take 1 egg and gently crack it into the bowl. All right, we've got some weak eggs here. Take 1 egg and gently crack. And whisk that up with a fork. Must be in the dishwasher. Great. Transfer that to your baking dish. Okay. And just pop that in the oven at 350 minutes for 7 degrees. Up next is, you guessed it, mimosas. Now I love to use LaCroix. Yep. 1 part LaCroix, 1 part alcohol of your choice. at your OJ. Now, I love fresh mint. Cheers, y'all.
Yeah, I think our egg bake's done. Ding, ding, ding. Da, da, ding, 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 ding.
All right, everyone, that was what you expect from a brunch cocktail. If anyone has watched my brunch show, you know that a Genny drink has this much alcohol and like this much mixer, and sometimes the mixer is usually ice cream. All right, since we are running a little fast and some of our other guests have not made it into the studio yet, we are going to bring back one of our guests who has graciously agreed to make another cocktail for us. Amanda Castro, please take it away again.
Graciously, I sped through my other segment, so I feel like it's my fault that we're running a little ahead of time. I'm gonna make another cocktail because I just love cocktails. I've really gotten into them during the pandemic because you can't go out. You know, maybe I had a bottle of wine at home before the pandemic, and now I counted them the other day. There's like 20 bottles of booze. I have 3 different types of bitters. I've gotten into tonic water. This cocktail that I'm gonna make is not a specific Halloween cocktail like the mermaid water, which I've already made most of my way through. It's actually a summer drink, but I say you should drink what you like. Don't be beholden to the seasons. Make the drinks you like fit the season. All right, so it's a gin-based drink, by the way. A gin and tonic drink. And I am using Hendrick's Midsummer Solstice. This is another thing about the shutdown. Pre-shutdown, I didn't like gin because I thought all gins were juniper-based, like Bombay and Beefeaters, and they're not. They're just not. So we're gonna take some ice cubes, put them in my wine glass here. I like a lot of ice. I like my drinks cold. I don't know about you. Not my normal drinks. My normal drinks can be whatever, but I have 1 ice cube left in this tray. I'll use it. There we go. So we've got our ice. So a gin and tonic is normally gin, tonic water, maybe a lime. I forgot my lime, but that's okay. I'm gonna use some rosemary simple syrup. I made it myself. It's not that hard to do. If you've ever thought, oh, I wanna try making my own simple syrup, I wanna put flavors in them, it's a really easy thing to do. And you can use them to make mocktails too. If you're not a drinker, I have some culinary English lavender that I made a lavender simple syrup. And I would just put that in seltzer with a squeeze of 1 lemon or a lime. It was amazing. This is rosemary simple syrup. I think I did a cup of sugar to 2 cups water, like a 1 part sugar, 2 parts water. And I put the rosemary sprigs in the pot while the water was boiling. You bring it to a boil. I think I let it simmer for 10 minutes and then I shut it off, and you leave the rosemary in there in the simple syrup while it's cooling. And then once it's cool, you can take the rosemary out and you strain it into whatever bottle fancy bottle you might have. Maybe it's not a fancy bottle, whatever. I will say the fresher the herbs, the better. My rosemary was on the way out. So it's still good, but I think it's you know, like herbs smell a little wilty. My simple syrup smells a little wilty, but it still tastes good. The purple was like a nice, or the lavender was like a nice purple color. Anyway, so we're gonna do 2 ounces. Yeah, 2 ounces simple syrup. Here we go. More Amandon liquor. Yeah, I have a Marco Polo group. There is gin without, I don't know if there is no juniper in this, but there are a lot of gins that are floral based rather than the juniper based. And I like those better. And this is one of those. And if you're looking for a gin that's like very, not a strong overall flavor of anything, like I hesitate to call it the vodka of gins because that makes it sound not good, but the Dorothy Parker New York Distillery gin is also very good. So if you are ones like me and you're like, I hate gin, it's gross, it tastes like bitter buttholes, there's gin out there for you. Cheers! And I'm gonna do 2 ounces. 2 ounces of my Hendrick's Midsummer Solstice. This is a limited edition, by the way. They only make it in the summer, but when I bought my bottle at Total Wine, there were quite a few there. So, and another thing that I have, so tonic water. I also used to not like tonic water because, you know, the quinine, I don't know how to say that. But this is a brand called Busby's tonic water. They only sell it at Total Wine. If you live in New York, we don't have any Total Wines in New York. It's a real bummer. Well, there's one on Long Island. They're mostly in New Jersey. So basically, whenever my husband and I rent a car to like go do something, like take a day trip or we have to drive somewhere, we usually make a trip to Total Wine so that I can get more of these because they don't make them anywhere else. They're only to Total Wine. This is elderflower. They also have light. They have pink grapefruit. I personally love the pink grapefruit. And again, these tonic waters, you mix them with a simple syrup, squeeze a lime or a lemon, and it's a great mocktail. And they also have passion fruit. I was not crazy about the passion fruit, but I think that's just because I don't like passion fruit. So, you know, you just pour your tonic water in there with your simple syrup. Now, how do we make this extra Halloween-y? Then normally I would do a squeeze of lime or lemon, but I left it in there and I didn't prep it. So I'm going to do that off camera. How we make this extra Halloween-y is, Jenny, I've got glitter. I forgot. I had glitter. I bought it the other day at Michael's. Let's see here. What are we going to do? Oh, can you see that? It's like really cool. Yes, it's edible glitter. It's edible glitter. I got it at Michael's in the baking section. P.S. They were pretty cleaned out. I really wanted black edible glitter. They didn't have any. I think everyone was doing at-home baking DIY projects. I've got my little glitter cube. What color should I make it purple to match the purple glitter? I think so. That doesn't look purple on camera, but trust me, it's purple. So we're just gonna throw it in there. I still have my chopstick. Look at that. Now, that is Halloween-y. And who cares if it's really a summer drink? More glitter? It's got quite a fair amount of glitter in there. This is tasty. It needs the lime though. Don't forget the lime juice like I did. The lime adds some zing. Right now it's very sweet. It needs a little zing. Thank you. This is all I got. I could vamp some more with you, Jenny, but.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for jumping back in and trying to help fill some of this time until our next guests arrive. I am also going to jump into one of my next things that I am making, a poisoned apple. Now, a lot of our caramel apples are always done directly onto the big apple, and then you have to It's very difficult to do, very messy, very difficult. I'm not doing that. It's especially difficult for parties or especially any costumed events too, where you don't want to like ruin all of your makeup. So we're going to go with slices. Slice them and dice them. I'm not good at this, so because I need upper arm strength to do it. Okay, and okay, there we go. And then you just yoink them off, like so. There we go. Whichever way they fall, as long as they're off the core, that is fine. I love this little apple slicer. It's difficult. It's difficult, girl. She's kind of ready. There we go. Core out. You go into the no-no pile with the black food dye. You go into the sink so we can wash you. All right. So we have our little apples right here. I'm gonna actually move you down a little bit so you can at least see a little bit of the magic that is happening here. And I'll hold things up, but just so, yes, okay. So I'm going to take some caramel Hershey syrup, squirt, great. Also, you can tell I have black food dye all over my hands from barely interacting with the wings without gloves on, barely. All right, so I'm going to take some of my red edible glitter from Fancy Sprinkles. Is fancy sprinkles. All right, and then sprinkle it out onto a little side thing. I'll show you once it's all done what my setup kind of looks like. And then we have the black again. Yes. And then we also have some orange. The orange is actually brand new from their glitter. Yes. The orange is brand new to Fancy Sprinkles for part of their Halloween line. They have a purple, a green, and an orange, and they're all VVQ. All right. So my setup looks like chaos. There it is. It's an upside down smile. And this is actually very good for children if they want to help out too. So you take your little vampire steak. You say, no, you are killed now, Apple. All right. So you put the caramel on the one side, whatever side you choose. Your party, your choice. And then you stick some glitter onto it right away. So it has some glitter on there right away. The apples would really be poison. Actually, the glitter does cancel out the poison. It has the antidote in it. So you really want to make sure that you have your edible glitter on top. And you can just, I'm using these three colors because that's the three colors I want to use. But you, as a person, can do any color you want. So that's my black over here. I got a knowing look from my tech. Does that mean something? Yes, wonderful. All right. So we have more glitter over here. I'm going to also show you that you can sprinkle it on. If you don't use as much caramel as I did, or if you firm it up a little bit before everything goes, glitter does cure everything. All right. So she's messy, but she's also very pretty. Let me see how you taste. Because by the way, this is a lot easier to eat than a big caramel apple. So you just, how easy was that? I swear she's caramel sauces. Really good. All right. So when I get all of this glitter off of my hands, we have another person that I've worked with for close to a year now, actually, a little over a year. She's also in my Chemical X improv group. She was also recently in I'm Your Hamlet, which is now at the Hartford Fringe Festival. She does a lot of stuff. She has an amazing singing voice, and she's going to have so much fun here, and you're going to have fun with her. Please welcome Peyton Chavis.
Hi. Okay, so basically the thing that I'm gonna cook, also I'm a rabbit. So the thing that I'm gonna put together today, there's not actually a whole lot of cooking involved, and it's not actually really spooky, but it's my favorite easy, quick thing that I make. Really, the only cooking that's involved is boiling eggs, which I've already done because I've run into issues recently when I was trying to practice this and get the timing down. But basically, I call this like my protein bowl, like my morning protein bowl. Personally, hi. Yeah, personally, I am not a huge fan of breakfast. I know to some people that can be like utterly blasphemous. That sounds utterly blasphemous, but I'm like not a major fan of breakfast. But I think it's important to like eat in the morning, and this is like a cool little lazy thing that you can do when you don't have a lot of energy, but you still want to do right by yourself. So basically what's involved, and I'm on my iPad, which is not very easily adjusted at all, but I'll show you what I've got going on. This is a red onion. I love red onions. You don't have to involve red onion if you don't want. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I think it adds that nice fresh crunch, and we're gonna put it in raw. And then we have an avocado, because we are millennials, at least some of us are, and we love avocado. Also bacon. I got the wrong kind of bacon, you guys, but we're gonna make it work. And of course, if you don't eat meat or you don't eat pork in particular, then you don't have to use bacon. And I got my hard-boiled eggs over here, and I've got all my seasonings. And this is honestly my favorite part. You can season your avocado with literally anything you want, and I'll show you individually, when we get to the seasoning, what all of these are, but just quick glance here. So basically, I just cut the tail off of my red onion, and this honestly is one of the most useful cooking tips that I ever learned from any cooking show. It was from Worst Cooks in America. They just talk about, it's a competition cooking show with a bunch of people who don't know how to cook, and that's how I learned how to cut an onion. I might have to just like do it and then show you step by step. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I cut the tail off, and I'm gonna make some relatively thin, I guess it depends on how big you want your pieces to be, but some relatively thin, I guess, depending on how you're looking at it, horizontal or vertical lines in the red onion, and you're gonna see it in a second. It's gonna look kind of like a pleated skirt, like a little schoolgirl skirt. I'm gonna make these cuts down here, and you guys should feel really special right now because I freaking sharpened this knife for this like 2 minutes before I was to go on. So okay, so there we go. Those are the cuts, right? Okay, but we're not done yet because we're making them into cubes. So I'm going to cut it down this way, right in the middle. Right in the middle there. Yeah. Cut. God, this is gliding. I really should sharpen these knives more often because this is a lot easier than it normally is. All right, so I've cut that. And so basically, what I'm going to do is, it's funny, I'm going to cut it, and I'm being very careful, you guys. I'm going to cut it a bunch of times this way. Make a bunch of little cubes. I would love to move the iPad so I can show you exactly how I'm doing this, but I'm afraid I'm going to ruin the angle that I established frantically before I was to come on. But it's so easy. Now I have, look at this. All of these freaking cubes. And I just made a mess, but it was worth it just to show you. Cubes, make it rain. Make it rain. All right, so we're going to now just put these aside. Put these to the side. And now we are going to work with our avocado. Yeah, I'm going to grab I love making this in these little black bowls that my mom has. Staying with my mom right now in Indiana. Going to be headed back to Brooklyn at the beginning of next month. But my mom has these like really cute black bowls, and for some reason I need to make my protein bowls in these black bowls. I don't know, creature of habit. So I'm going to remove this sticker, and then beep, beep, beep. Let me get all these little onions off of here. And now I'm going to just cut the avocado. I am thinking that I timed the ripeness of this avocado out pretty well. Let's see. Oh, guys, there's a little spooky something at the top, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. We're just gonna avoid that brown spot at the top, right? We're gonna do our cool little thing that we do to get rid of the pit there. There we go. Gonna take that off. Ooh, that's slippery as hell. Ooh, we'll be right back. All right. So we're gonna toss the pit, and then let me get a spoon. Now, you, of course, get to decide how big you want your little avocado chunks to be. We are going to be mashing them a little bit, but I don't like them to get too mushy, you know. It's not guac, but I'm making pieces about this big to start and just blip, plopping it in there. Plop. Plop. I'm going to avoid that gnarly part at the top, but try not to waste yummy green bits. All right, next part. How you doing? How you doing? What's happening? Just gonna get all of the yummy avo out of here, and then we're good with that. We're gonna discard the rinds. Alrighty, and now, you know what? I think now we can go ahead and make our bacon. I said earlier that I got the wrong bacon, and here's why it's the wrong bacon. This is really microwave bacon. Normally, I'm a lot classier than this. I make my bacon on the stove, guys, but I got the wrong bacon, so it pretty much has to happen in the microwave. So I've got this plate. And I'm just doing 2 pieces. Of course, you can cook up as many pieces as you like. If you like your bowl to be a little more bacony, that is totally up to you. I like a good amount of bacon, but at the beginning of the day, I really like to start light. So, you know, we just put them in between the baby dolls, or whatever your bacon instructions say. Well, let me verify. Microwave 2 to 2.5. I actually really like, not super duper crispy bacon. So let's put it in for 2. Those are microwave sounds, guys, but I'm back. Okay, so while that's happening, I'm going to show you the spices, the seasoning. This is my favorite part. Okay, so what I use is seasoned salt and garlic salt, yeah, chili powder, black ground pepper, and red cayenne. Oh, yes. Yeah, I like my stuff really spicy. When I'm cooking for both my mother and I really have to tone it back. Actually, she's super spice intolerant, so we really just we can't do spice when I'm cooking, and I do most of the cooking while I'm here, so give her a little break. And also, I love cooking, I really do. Just at certain times of the day, like at night. I don't really like cooking early. All right, so we just put all of these Give me spices in here. I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to squash it a little bit. But again, I don't like it to be all that mushy. But if you do squash it, like, to your heart's content, babe. I can already tell this. I'm also a bit of a salt freak. So, pop, 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 pop. It's popping. All right. So here is our avo goodness so far. I definitely will add more spices later, because when we get to the eggs, you know, they're going to need some spicing too. But now we're going to do onion. I'm just going to drop it in this bowl like a gangsta. Yep, making it rain. All right. I like a good amount in here. Last time I made this bowl for my brother, I swear, I told him what I was going to put in this frickin' bowl. Bacon's ready. I told him what I was going to put in this frickin' bowl. He didn't say anything. And then I I go to clean up our bowls and whatnot, you know, clean the dishes. I go to grab his bowl, and it's just full of red onions. Just red onions as far as the eye can see. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you tell me you don't like red onions? He didn't want to hurt my feelings. I get it. But it's like, you're not going to hurt my feelings. If you don't like red onions, you know. I didn't create red onions. I just like them. I don't want to use my red onions on people who don't want them. Anyway, so now we're peeling hard-boiled eggs, and gosh, I very much hope that these are going to be easily peeled today, because if not, you know, awkward. So let's see. Yes, microwave. That's my microwave letting me know that it has their things in there. Okay. So, yep, we're peeling. Aha, yes, we got a snack. You know, sometimes in the beginning of peeling a hard-boiled egg, if you're someone who eats or has eaten a hard-boiled egg, you might know that in the beginning it might be a tiny bit hard to peel, but once you hit your stride, oh man, the thing just comes off like butter. Like butter. So sometimes I use a fork to get this ish off of here, but sometimes not. I do not like egg yolks. I love egg whites. So what I end up doing is I just end up separating the white. You can, of course, you know, include the yolk if you like, but I separate the white from the yolk, and I break it up into cute little pieces. I take this little yolk. It looks great, but the consistency is just bleh, you know. So I discard that. And now I'm going to peel the second one. And, you know, this timing actually really worked out, because the bacon does need time to cool. And if you try to put the bacon in and, like, break it up like I'm about to while it's still hot, I mean, friggin' ouch, yo. Okay, so this water that you're hearing is me getting off the, you know, any itty bitty bits of shell that might be lingering on the hard-boiled egg. Yeah, so I'm gonna just do like we did before. Separate. Kabam! All right, and discard. Cool! So now, let's grab that bacon. We're almost done. Ow! It's still a little hot. All right. Let's get rid of this not warmed up bacon. Grab this warmed up. Oh my god. No. I told you I like bacon that's not super crispy, but damn. Yeah. That needs about 20 more seconds. So, while we do the 20 seconds, let's season these eggs. This is what the bowl looks like so far. Yeah. Cute. I'm going to season the egg whites. With all that good stuff that we put on there before. I love pepper. I am surprised I haven't sneezed yet, because almost every time I use pepper, it's like a freaking cartoon, man. I will sneeze. Almost every time. All right. Let's see the bacon. All right, y'all. So, it's not raw, but it's not fantastic, you guys. But, let's see. Got a little bit more time, so let's just put it in for, let's put it for 15 more seconds, because, you know, if you have to restart a microwave, it takes some time to ramp up. It's freaking cook, man. I'm a rabbit. I want a nice picture to show the people at the end. Don't give me this crap. All right, let's see. All right, it's a little better. We're just gonna go with that. So with the bacon, I just like to do a little dab, dab, dab. Yeah, just a little dab, 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 dab. I know it doesn't do much to help with, you know, cholesterol or whatever, but it's something, you know. Dab, 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 dab. All right, so this, if I try to rip it with my hands, is going to hurt like a bitch. So I am going to cut pieces. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is what you get when you're a responsible adult and you sharpen your knives. Woo! Toss it in. Ouch! Split. Beep, beep, boop. Oh my gosh, you guys. We are all good. I'm going to add a little more red onion there because I love my red onion. And there you go, guys. Yay! If the lighting were better, it would look prettier, but oh my gosh, I just got to tell you, it's freaking delicious. And there's so much protein, nutrients in here. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good one, and happy Halloween.
Yay! Yay! Oh, that looks delicious. By the way, blasphemy bacon, as I call it, is the only way that I cook bacon. I cook bacon directly in the microwave. It doesn't have to be microwave-specific bacon. You can just put it in there, put a paper towel over it. Yes, first thing you learn to cook as a kid, cook. I actually did it out of necessity because for the past 3.5 years, my oven was broken. But yesterday, it was finally replaced. So I could make these wonderful, wonderful bat wings for you. Look how, I'm not sure you can tell how sparkly they are from all the goo that was dumped on them that was supposed to be inside of them. But they are beautiful and delicious. We're going to have a little taste test before we move on to the next thing. Okay, which one do I want to try to eat? Dig in here. Hey, can you do your job? Knife, can you do your job? I know none of you can see what's happening right now, but my knife is not doing its job. Hence why I'm asking it to do its job. Hey, knife, do your job. Okay, we're almost there. I would normally eat it with just my hands like a regular person. Yeah. I would normally eat it with just my hands like a regular person, but I have a costume on and I still have a show to host. Dang it. Are we gonna cheek on, get onto my fork. Oh my God. This is proof right here that you should eat wings with your hands. Just telling you right now. I'm trying to be dainty about it. Don't ever be dainty about your wings. Okay. This is the smallest, well, the biggest part that I could actually get out without killing everything around everyone, including myself. That's good. I'm very, very good. I am a very hungry girl, so I'm going to try and eat some of these. But while I am eating these, we are going to have a little video showing again of the first ever video that I wrote and created and not acted in, but I also did act in it. It also is part of why my best friend ever is Andy McCain. We probably wouldn't be best friends if we hadn't done this video together. We had worked together before, but you know, this brought us closer. He is my best friend, and we talk to each other way too much, and we are terrifyingly codependent. So while I dig into these, please dig yourselves into Hungry Girl.
Aiden. Aiden, come on, you were awake 2 seconds ago.
What's going on?
Aiden, I need food.
What?
Food, Aiden, I need food.
Oh, then just go get some.
I can't if you're pinning me down.
Oh, why do you even need something to eat?
Well, we just exerted a lot of energy here.
I know. Let's get to sleep.
You don't need to be awake for me to eat. You just need to get off of me.
Oh, you don't even know where anything is around here, though. Why don't you just go back to sleep? I'll make you some breakfast in the morning.
I need to eat now. You're stuck to me.
Is this some sort of ruse to get free food?
Well, how else would I? Would I go buy it?
Mhm.
Do I look like I'm made of money?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
You look like $1 million back at the bar.
Oh my god. You kiss ass.
Yes, absolutely. And for someone who's a damn dream, you certainly are not letting me get back to dreamland.
You can do whatever you want. You just need to get off of me.
Can you reach your phone?
My phone?
Yeah, just order online.
I would need to get up to go get it.
Just have the delivery person, just give them special instructions. The door's unlocked.
You don't lock the door?
There's something wrong with it. I just have to pray that nobody wants to kill me.
So I could have saved myself all this trouble?
Trouble?
Oh, honey. You're gonna wish that you had been asleep for this. Oh, God. I have been watching you for months. Oh, I was planning to get here, and you're telling me I could have just waltzed right in here while you were unconscious? Oh, God, all this salivating from afar, planning the perfect way to get to you, and it was all for nothing. Oh, I told you, Aiden. I need food. I was just trying to be polite. Wait till you dozed off, but God, your entire body weight was on top of me, and it was so irritating. There. That should keep me going for a while. I really need to stop being so hard on myself. Even if some do taste better than the others, I just need to stop starving myself and practice some self-care.
$21,000 views on YouTube for that nonsense. A little about that video. So I actually wrote it as part of a festival submission. They were basing the theme of the short play festival on food. So I was like, okay, I can make something about it. Wasn't what they were looking for. That was not what they were looking for. And so after seeing, it was a show that was in, I think, the New York Fringe Festival, where a lot of the actors clearly did not want to be a part of the show, and it was very weird. My mother and I were in a McDonald's afterwards, and we were like, we just got to do something to palate cleanse ourselves from that. So we sent out emails that day with that script to Andy McCain, who was the victim in that, who we had worked with once before, and Brandon Culp, who filmed the entire thing for us. We had worked with him a few times before. We work with both of them a lot more now, and a lot of it is based on how we all bonded over this 2-hour shoot. It was done in my apartment, of course, and as Andy and I were kind of awkwardly standing there like, hello, person I barely know, we're gonna have a scene in bed together. Brandon was in my mother's bedroom, and they were plotting out the opening credit sex scene that I never wrote in. And they both came out, and Brandon was like, I have an idea. And my mom was like, he has a really good idea. It's really funny. Let's listen to it. Which had to be filmed a lot of any of the overhead shots. There was 3 people on that bed. It was me, Andy, and then Brandon over top of us with a camera. And it was it was like so hot in there because we couldn't have any AC on. And then the blood dripping out of my mouth at the end of it was ketchup, and I held it in there for so long that all of these stuttering and stammering at the end was me trying to not salivate and directly plop all over poor Andy. It was kind of cute. You know what? It's a cute movie. It's a cute little yummy. You know what? Human flesh is great. But yeah, it was the first short film we ever did, and then it got us kind of hooked on short films because we were like, oh, we can just do this. We can just make this happen. That's amazing. And poor Andy has been roped into so many of them that I think he actually doesn't really want to be my friend anymore. He just likes the work. No, I'm so kidding. We're friends. We're friends for real, I promise. We actually teach an improv class together and all of that fun stuff. But one of the crowning achievements on that was Andy's foot death, because we didn't know how to really show that he was like dead. So we had to film his foot quivering until he died. So kudos again to that whole team for that. That and more short films can be found on the Sour Grapes Productions YouTube. All right. Listen. Things happen. All right. So I believe it is time for my final cooking segment of the night, and then we have one more guest after this. But I'm going to show you how to make a little fun dessert type of deal. It involves brownies. Bam. All right. So, oh, there's still Pam on the side of this. Ooh, yes. All right. Fun times. All right. So, what you do, easy go off screen for 2 seconds, and then you come back, and you can do this with your whole thing of brownies. I'm just going to do it with a couple of my brownies because I want to eat my brownies later. I pre-made my brownies. Brownie. I'm just gonna do like this whole chunk of brownies. How's anyone feeling about that Hillbilly Elegy movie? I feel like either people are really into what's going to be happening, or they're not so stoked on it. So we have a big old chunk of brownie. This is also great for like if you mess up a cake or something goes horribly wrong. Brownies. I love brownies. Okay. I do really love brownies. All right. So in my bowl here, I have smooshed brownie. Let me get the rest of that smooshed brownie off of my spatula. All right. Great. And then I'm gonna pop some chocolate icing in there. Hey, do your job. There you go. All right, I'm gonna rip you off like a little. Isn't there anything more beautiful than an untouched icing tub? No. I love chocolate. Yes. Good. If you didn't love chocolate, we couldn't be friends anymore. Slightly better. All right. I'm just gonna take some chocolate. Chocolate! I was screaming that earlier today when I was making a chocolate cocktail on bar brunch. Where did the lid go for this? Did I lose the lid? Here's the lid. I didn't lose the lid. Now, that's in there with the brownie. And what we are going to do, is get our hands a little dirty. So we're going to crush all of that up together. We're going to play with our food, is what we're basically going to do. There is a song in the musical called Honk, which is about the ugly duckling, which is called Play With Your Food Before You Eat It. I get that stuck in my head anytime anyone says play with your food, and it's usually me because I'm the one doing it. So maybe I should just stop saying that. Or I should, no, I'm not going to stop playing with my food. I should just stop saying the thing. What? Oh, that noise was my tech sneezing from the other side of the room. I thought something like dropped or someone popped in for a second. No. It sounded like something went crashing to the floor. Gesundheit, I guess. Also, I guess this camera on this webcam over here is real great. All right. Now, I look like I just crawled out of my grave, as I do. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands a little bit because I know they're gonna get really sticky, but I don't want to like have it be too difficult for me to handle. I want what I'm going to do to stick to itself and not to my fingers. So we're gonna wash our hands. Whoa. And we're just gonna keep washing because I used a lot. Okay. Unanimous. Okay. What did that say? This is too far. Is that a living dead doll behind me? Wait, this girl? Is that who we're talking about? This is actually a drawing. I love her. By who designed our Sour Grapes Productions logo. Her name is Sierra. Sierra Jackson. Look her up. And actually, her little coffin opens up and you can put trinkets inside. You can put like spare keys if we were that smart. Or you could put hidden notes to each other if we were that clever. This has just been on our wall for a few years and we've done nothing with it except for admire it because we love her. So anyway, in my bowl of nonsense, what we're going to do is pop out onto a little plate some rolled up balls. You can also do this with any combination, and you can kind of do whatever you need to for this. Just make them relatively ball shaped. Fabulous. For the good clean feeling, no matter what. Does anyone remember those commercials? Does that commercial still exist somewhere? I don't know. I don't know if she's not their mascot anymore or whatever. Just vaguely ball shaped. They don't have to be like, they don't have to be good balls. They don't have to be a good set of balls. Brownie meatballs. You were going a clean route for that, and I was not. So you just roll them, you roll your little confections here. I'm stuck on something. There we go. My hair was caught on something. Orbit Girl is on YouTube? I love her. Gotta go look her up on YouTube now. As should all of you, because that was hilarious. And she made that entire campaign. I'm rolling more of these. I'm gonna roll one more for quality control issues, just in case the first couple that I try don't work out that much. So what we are going to be making with these is a little batty family. A little batty family. Yay! Chef's chocolate salty balls. Yes. Right. So you are going to go back down over meow, and then over meow. I'm going to wash my hands again. So that way I just don't get brownie all over everything, which I would enjoy, but then I would be licking my entire kitchen. I don't really have the willpower to stop myself from doing that. So we're just going to prevent it before it even starts. All right. So you go away. You do that. So we have 5 balls. We have 5 balls. Where did they go? I'm going to juggle them. Oh, I wish I could get this up a little higher for y'all. Can I get this up a little higher for y'all? Without cutting my head off? Yay! All right. The things we do. The things we do. All right. So we now have our Oreos. Our double stuffed Oreos. Fresh pack. Get out. Open. How dare you? You're a fool. You're a fool, you bastard. Okay. So now that I've regained my composure. What you do with these is you snap them in half, or you cut them in half. I'm gonna try cutting because I'm a weenie. I'm gonna do it over here. And they don't have to be like perfectly in half, just like half-ish. And then what you do hey, do your job. You did it on the back one, so of course you can't see, but you put them off to the sides. Put them off to the sides. Right. So our little bat family. A batty family. No, 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 no. All right. Break a neuter. You also, if you are still very much into Harry Potter, I myself am waiting until J.K. Rowling educates herself a little bit more, but if you are into Harry Potter, you could paint these gold and make them golden snitches. But we're not doing that. Someone needs to send her some books. Our little bats. Our final one up at the front so y'all can see what's happening. And we shoot. No, I have to redo it. This one broke its wing. Yeah. Bam. All right. That one didn't break its wing. Broke its face though. All right. So our little bat family is here. They're all ready to fly away, except they can't see how cute they are, which is a shame because they're adorable. So the final touch, M&Ms. I say final touch, but y'all know I'm going to do one more thing after I put these M&Ms on. Is I remember why I didn't use this for this. I need this still. Oh, I still have my cotton candy out. Great. Cotton candy. Amazing. All right. So, what you can do, see, they can see how adorable they are, because they are. take some frosting and you put it on an M&M. Then don't get frosting on the other side of it like a gross heathen. My foods are sloppy, but they taste great, I promise. So you give them little eyes. I'm going to turn them around so you can see. And he can see you. And y'all can be friends. Flying into your town. Ooh, ah, yes. All right, of course, I said one last thing. Y'all know I'm a liar. We have more glitter. Because they gotta be pretty. They gotta be pretty. Pretty babies. Now, of course, you can do this a lot better than I did. If you want to, like, dip the cake balls into some sort of chocolate or something and then have that freeze or refrigerate so that way it stays like more of a ball shape. But I think these insane little things are so cute. Glitter bats! Glitter bats! They were in the snow. All right, so we have one more guest for you today. I'm very, very, very excited for this. Saturday Lawson is going to be coming on, showing us one of her family tradition foods, actually, for Halloween. Saturday also is in a show that is going to be on the Frigid New York website. It's already on the Frigid New York website. I added it myself. It is going to be on the Frigid New York website, so you can go there and get your tickets. It is the Halloween edition of the Punchline Loading sketch comedy show. They're going to have all kinds of super spooky, super fun, super in the moment Halloween sketches. It is the October 29th and October 31st. Actual Halloween. Actual Halloween. All right, great. So please enjoy Saturday.
Hello everyone. I am feeling very kitchen witchy today, hence this lovely outfit, and my lovely little chef assistant here, Mr. Umbreon, if there's any Pokemon fans out there. Yes, we did name him after a Pokemon character. Are you gonna help me cook today? Everyone knows that black cats are actually extremely lucky, so everyone make sure and take note of that. He's a very good luck charm, right? You gonna help me cook? He's so sweet about being held. He's such a good boy, right, Umbreon? Okay, say hello to the people. Say hi to the fans. He looks right in the camera, too. If you can't tell, he's raised by 2 actors. I mean, look at that. So good. You're finding your light and everything. What a star. All right, I'll put you down for now. Let's hope he doesn't go on the keyboard. Good boy. Good boy. All right, well, so now that that is done, my little assistant is sitting in his chair, and I will begin to make my recipe. So it's a very simple one. It's actually a family recipe. I didn't know it was a family recipe for a while. I just thought it was a fun, easy morning snack my dad made for me and my brother a lot. I'm a big hot dog fan, but it's actually something that his dad made in the Army for a while because it only really takes 2 ingredients, so it was an easy go-to snack to make when you have nothing around except ketchup packets and hot dogs. So we're gonna make hot dog doubles with ketchup packets and hot dogs. Hooray! Hooray! It's very simple, very easy. I pre-warmed up my hot dogs. If you want to be super fancy and do it up and you have a lot more time and you're not as lazy as I am, you can fry the hot dogs on the stove, which always tastes a little bit better, but you know, for the sake of time and for the show, I just microwaved them. I wrap them in paper towels because sometimes they get a little greasy or sometimes they pop in the microwave and you know, we don't want that. No microwave explosions tonight. Because I just rented this apartment and I can't destroy it. So darn. Yeah, I hear you, my friend. You have food too. Meow. Now he wants to be picked up. So what I'm doing now is I am slicing and dicing and cutting up all my hot dogs into little tiny like circular pieces, like little medallions or something, or little coins. Oh, I wish I could let you on the counter, but then you'll eat all the hot dogs, won't you? Meow. I don't know if anyone can hear him or if you just hear me making fun of him. But either way, enjoy my attempt at cat sounds as I'm slicing my hot dogs, hot diggity dogs. Yeah. Yes, I respond to my cat. I always wonder, we were just talking about this, like, we always meow back at him, and I wonder what he thinks we're saying in cat language. Excuse the hair. I wonder, let us know in the comments if you think that the cats think we're making fun of them. Do they think we're trying to communicate and they're like, oh, silly humans. You think you know what you're saying, or if we just sound like gibberish. I really am interested. Meow! Meow! I really hope you guys can hear him. He's being like loud as hell right now. He had like a very little squeaky voice the first few days we had him, and I was like, oh my god, his voice is so quiet, and he certainly found his voice now. So, are you learning to project? Meow! All right, so now, just because I like to keep things a little safe and make sure everything works out well, I always put a little tint of olive oil in the pan first and heat it up. There's also, if you are a spicy person, unlike me, see, I try to do my little devil dog horns with these crystals, but this hair has way too much volume. I feel like Snooki with bringing the bump it back. All right. Yeah, here, I'll pick you up while that's heating up. Here, I got you. Okay, you can be on the show again. Yay! Yeah, the cat's Beast Boy and I'm Raven. Oh my gosh. Matching, look at that. That'll be our new Halloween costume. But yeah, so I'm just letting the oil heat up in the pan a little bit. If you want a different variation of the hot dog devils, you can always do barbecue sauce, which I do sometimes. Do you want to get down? To make it a little bit spicier, give it more of a savory flavor. Sometimes I add a little honey because I'm a fiend for sweet things. So nothing is too sweet, and I add, right? Nothing is too sweet, and I add a little honey with the ketchup. Or if you like things really spicy, you can add some like chili flakes, you can add some sriracha or hot sauce or anything like that, give it different flavorings and stuff. Very simple, right? The pan is getting heated up nicely, so we're gonna add a little bit of ketchup and then throw in our hot dogs and mix it up, right? All right, say hi to the folks at home. I don't want to hold your head like that. You're so well behaved today. I wanted to have him on the call last time I was doing a cooking segment, but he was a little more out and about. La la la, floating around the kitchen with the kitten. Wait, floating around the kitchen with the kitten. I can speak. Kitchen witch and the kitten witch. Right? Like up in the blanket. Everyone's saying hi to you. You're more popular than I am, Umbreon. Hi, kitty. Umbreon. Maybe you have magic powers too. Yes, he's very professional. We need to get him a little chef's hat. Look at that. We got our pumpkin. So many things. The hot dogs are ready. All right, I'm going to put you down here. Thank you. I think that's why he was meowing. He was so talkative. He wants to be the star of the show. What a diva. What a diva. We also cleansed our kitchen earlier with some lovely sage. This is like fancy rainbow sage, so super cleansed. Super cleansed, super gay. We love it. All right. No judgment, please, but I am using ketchup packets because we don't have a full ketchup bottle, but we have an insane amount of ketchup packets. So, you know, save the earth. Don't waste the ketchup packets. You can always make them with something. Ooh. I'm going to turn it down a little. Too hot. Let's not watch me get burned live on the air. That would be great. Maybe crack the window so I don't set off the fire alarm again. There's a little ketchup. We're going to add a little more ketchup, packet by packet. Ooh, we got the McDonald's ketchup. This is sizzling. Even hot, hot. Ketchup. You know, the McDonald's ketchup, they actually add sugar to. That's why everyone likes it, and that's why it's so sweet. Yes, there's nothing wrong with packets of ketchup. Thank you. I save packets of every sauce, honey, duck sauce. I have a full baggie of duck sauce because you can't have any Chinese food without duck sauce. I mean, soy sauce, yes, but duck sauce is where it's at. It's so sweet. Can you tell I like sweet things? There's the ketchup. And we love when it gets like a little bubbly and like caramelized already because then it sticks better on the hot dogs. So now I have like maybe 3 packets worth if you're working with packets. About 4 tablespoons worth of ketchup in the pan with the oil. It is sizzling up nice. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit so it doesn't attack me. And I'm going to put my little cut up hot dog slices right in the pan and get them all nice and fried. I like stuff super well done, so I like to cook them for a while. I like when they get a little crunchy on the outside. Just mix them in the ketchup. Mix it in. And at this point, you can kind of like figure out what other stuff you want to do, how you want to fancy or doctor it up. However, I'm going to add more ketchup because I didn't put enough in. So this is when you would add like sriracha or honey or garlic salt. I might add some garlic salt myself and a little bit of honey for this time. But you can just make it plain. I mean, that's how my dad's father would make it all the time, and that's how my dad would make it for me. I literally grew up thinking this was like a common breakfast food. Like, I'd be like, what do you want for breakfast? Like scrambled eggs and hot dog doubles. And I'd be eating like just straight up ketchup and hot dogs every morning before school. Very nutritious breakfast. Haha. But it's very cheap, very easy. And I've been surviving off of it for years. It's a good thing to live off of when you're a starving artist, am I right, guys? Another one that I like to make that's very similar is if you do the cut up hot dogs like this, you grill them up in a pan, and then you just mix them in with a can of like Bush's baked beans and like bacon or onions or like a little bit of cinnamon. That's my secret ingredient to do the like sweet and savory. Primo. Frankenbeans. It's a very common recipe, but I mean, that's your little helpful hint is to add the cinnamon for a little sweetness. Or if you want to be really weird and get really crazy with it, and true story, my mom and I would do this all the time when we would make Frankenbeans. We would put Dr. Pepper in the beans, in the Bush's baked beans, and let it like, you know, bubble up on the stove, and it's really good. Makes me feel very witchy. It's like a cauldron of beans. A cauldron of beans. Yes, get that cinnamon. No cinnamon challenge though, just a little like sprinkle of cinnamon. We don't need anyone dying on us. No deaths in the kitchen today. Maybe kitchen ghosts though. Kitchen ghosts assist me in my cooking. Oh. I really thought I was being crazy by pulling out like 7 ketchup packets, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm using all 7 ketchup packets. Someone said that's not weird, that's Southern. That's so funny because I grew up in the Midwest, so maybe it's a Southern and a Midwest thing. Who knows? Oh, the rest of America, you crazy place. Crazy stuff. All right, I think we're on like straight up ketchup packet number 7. So yeah, that takes a lot of ketchup. And just so everyone knows, if anyone's actually writing this recipe down, who writes recipes down? They have to do everything by eye and by just randomly deciding when it looks about good, because everyone's taste buds are different, you know, you gotta customize that stuff. Just in case anyone is keeping count. So yeah, it's about 8 ketchup packets, and I cut up 3 hot dogs, cooked them up in the microwave. You want to be nicer. I know someone said they put them on the barbecue. That's like the nice fancy version. I sometimes do that as well, like the barbecued hot dogs. Or you can make the hot dog doubles with just barbecue sauce instead of ketchup if you're more of a barbecue fan, or honey barbecue. You're gonna turn the heat up a little bit more, so see we're mixing it in. You can kind of see here, we got the ketchup all mixed in. Not really done yet, because see the hot dogs still look a little pink in the middle, so we're gonna cook it, turn up the heat a little more, get it so it's like really caramelized on it, so it's not, you don't want it to be like runny like regular straight up ketchup. It should almost look like barbecue sauce, even though it is not. I'm gonna turn the heat up and add a little more ketchup. Oh yes. Oh yes. All of that stuff. Delicious ketchup. It's so funny because ketchup isn't even like, no disrespect, I love ketchup. Not my favorite dipping sauce ever, but I love it in things. Like I love tomato soup. I love hot dog doubles. Anything that's like covered in ketchup, I'm like, yes. Whenever I have fries, I'm like, give me that honey mustard. I know, hot dog, right? It's like such a food that you're like, when am I ever in the mood for hot dogs? But sometimes you're like, you know what? Now that I'm thinking of it, I really go for a freaking hot dog right now. And this is like all the fun of like hot dogs, but you can say that it's healthy because you're not using the hot dog buns. You could be like, it's better calories. There's no gluten or whatever. I don't know if there's gluten in hot dogs. Don't quote me on that. But there's less gluten. So either way, you know, it's like a healthy version. Oh, it's getting all steamy. Meow. He got to be on screen, so now he's like at ease. He hasn't been meowing as much. It's getting hot in here, so make some hot dog devils. I'm getting so hot, I'm making hot dog devils. Yeah, see the steam? Oh, I'll let it open my pores. The fun of cooking. Also partially a spa day. Yes. Oh well, bring it up. Hot, 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 hot dog devils. Hot dog devils. Right, maybe I will add at this point. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic salt. Shake, shake, shake. Whoops, I accidentally dropped something. Oh well. Garlic salt. Yummy. And a little of the black pepper. Or whatever pepper you shall choose. Oh, he comes back. Hello, Mr. Assistant. Brianna, can you smell something's cooking? Can you smell what the witch is cooking? It's awful. And I'm trying not to hurt myself. Yeah, so warning, this is much like bacon, one of those foods that's gonna like pop and nearly attack you. So be very careful that you don't get popped in the face with some ketchup and hot dog grease. It might be delicious, but it'll probably burn your taste buds off, so. That's always the struggle with every food this season. I love, like, the warmth of hot drinks, but, like, I just honestly no longer have the patience for tea because by the time it's, like, a good temperature to drink, it's like, well, this is disgusting. You either burn your tongue or it's like, well, now I'm drinking, like, cold, nasty tea because I forgot about this tea's existence. After it hurts you that badly, you're like, you know what? I'm going to put this down for like 3 to 7 business days. And then it's like, oh, didn't I make tea a couple days ago? And then it's too late. That's my beef with tea, in case anyone asks. Iced tea all the way. Another like Southern Midwestern thing is that like, you know, everywhere they don't expect you to have sweet tea. It's just like straight up iced tea. No sweetener. I'm like, who wants that? Who asked for this? Who's enjoying bland, nasty leaf water? That's my question. If you enjoy bland, nasty tea, then I don't know what to tell you. You got some very adult taste buds that I do not possess. I gotta put like 10 million scoops of honey or sugar packets or something in my tea. Or else I will not drink it. Ooh, see, this is like my fun is dressing up now for Halloween since I can't really go trick-or-treating anymore, even though I look like I can. I could probably still get away with it. Everyone's always like, what are you, 15? So yes, I am. Give me some fucking candy. I'll show up at everyone's door. Probably not right now. I'll show up at everyone's door with a sword and be like, stay 6 feet away from me, but give me the candy. Put it on the little grabby claw. New Jersey drinks bland leaf water. Bleh. Screw New Jersey. Yes, marry the Southerner. They know how to make that tea. Straight up any tea in the South is like, Popeyes always knows what's up with that sweet tea. Cape life. I also love this cape. It makes me feel like everything I do is so dramatic and glorious. Did you like that? Our cat is very confused. We're both caped right now. So many capes. Darth Vader, do you want to help me out at all? With cooking? No. Come show everyone that you know how to cook too. This is one of my other lovely assistants, Darth Vader. Very close personal friends. You have anything to say to the people at home? Oh, okay, no force choking. Hey, we talked about this. All right, I'm not gonna let you on the show anymore if you're gonna force choke my audience. Not cool, dude, not cool. You know how those Sith Lords are, am I right? Classic, always trying to force choke everyone. Like, come on, man. Ease up, like just start with a simple hello first and then get to the force choking, you know? You gotta work your way up to it. Oh, that Darth Vader. Go Rapunzel style and take the frying pan to him. Tries to force choke me. Back up. All right. Oh, yes. Now, if you don't like things as well done as I do, then you would probably want to take your hot dog devils out by now. But I love when they get all like burnt and crispy like this. Like, oh, yes, my jam. So I'm going to leave mine on for like a little bit more. But like, if you're not an insane freak like me and you don't like things charred to death, you might want to take yours out by now. Because as I've been told, I like things super well done, which I didn't realize. I thought I was normal. I thought I was normal. Who's normal here? Certainly not I. Can you tell from this outfit? Normal classic outfit. I wear this on a daily basis. Walking down the street. You know what I love though is New York is one of the few places where I probably could walk down wearing this on the street and people would be like, I'm not even the craziest bitch I've seen today. Like, no one would pay you any mind. Love it. Got my little plate ready to go. Ready for some food. So, oh, that classic Vader. What a guy. Always force choking people. So while these last few hot diggity dogs are grilling up before I put it on the plate, just shameless plug, if anyone wants to see some more fabulous Halloween comedy, check out Punchline Loading's virtual sketch show, as Jenny said, which is premiering on the 29th and on actual Halloween on the 31st. So get your tickets now. All the info is on my social media and on Punchline Loading's social media, which is at Punchline Loading Comedy on Instagram and on YouTube. So make sure and please follow us and subscribe on YouTube. And I will send you all the cat and kitten pictures you would like of Umbreon. Please support the arts and support us struggling comedians and all of our ridiculous activities. Oh, let me see that too. And if anyone is interested in any artistic things, I also have my resin art page where I make fancy little things like this inspired by my cat. 2 little kittens on a half moon. So if anyone is interested in checking that out, that's Saturn Spookling Crafts on Instagram. So make sure and get all your support for small businesses in as well. Turn this down a little bit. Yes, yes. Still trying to stay as busy as we can with the comedy stuff, even though we're doing it a little differently. But, you know, it's a different skill. It's still glad that we're able to perform, and I'm glad to be in a group with other performers who actually want to be performing right now, and we've been working very hard on all of our sketches, on all of our writing. I've actually been learning how to edit, which is very scary for me because I'm not one for technology. I am a kitchen witch. I am not a technology witch. And I'm going to turn this off, because I think it is perfectly done. Yes, we did it! The simplest recipe in the world, and I didn't fuck it up. Hooray! Oh, my nails even match. Look at that. Just a magical coincidence, matching with my cape and with my wig. Surprise, this is a wig. I know you guys probably couldn't tell because it looks so convincing, like my real hair, and like, you know, what a great style. I did it so well. Wig cap and everything. All right. Time to plate it, as they would say on my favorite cooking shows. Luckily, Gordon Ramsay is not here to ream me out because he would say, this is so overdone and charred. I feel like I'm eating a wet boot out of the sea. And I would say, screw you, Gordon Ramsay. I love it. I don't care. And I was going to take a really dramatic bite there for emphasis, but as you can see, the steam is coming off of this and I would have burned my damn tongue. So we're not going to do that. But look. Ta-da! All done. Mine is super well done. But again, you can customize it however you would like. Super simple, super cheap, super easy, super delicious. I like to make it as a breakfast food or at 8 p.m. So you can make it as an anytime kind of food. But yes, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for enjoying my lovely kitten, who is the cutest kitten in the world. Make sure and check out my Instagram at Saturday Marie Lawson and Punchline Loading's Instagram. And yes, everybody enjoy your Sunday. Say goodbye, Darth Vader. No force choking this time. Aw, he's... Get out of here. All right, enough of that. I banish thee from my kitchen. See you all next time. And I love your dress, Jenny, by the way. Very, I was going to say Moira meets like, not Elvira, or Elvira, I guess.
It actually was supposed to be for the Addams parody, but that got so stymied that I don't have an excuse to wear it except for right now.
I love it though. Perfect for Halloween. I miss playing a very convincing, loving couple as Gomez and Morticia Addams.
Mm-hmm. We were so in love. We were so in love.
So deep, passionate love.
Passionate love affair. Well, thank you for being on the show.
Of course, thank you for having me. Hope you enjoyed that lovely meal. I loved the cocktail you made. You always make such great themed drinks.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. And so thank you to all of our guests that have been on the show. Thank you so much to hold on, let me, oh, okay. All right. So thank you so much to Denisse, who is going to be in the Spanish translation of Show Up Kids. Please subscribe to Show Up Kids so you can get updates on that. Plus, Denisse has been making some new content as well, and is in I'm Your Hamlet with Amanda DeCastro and Peyton Chavez and myself, running through November 9th. Big thank you also to Amanda DeCastro, not only for stepping in to do another thing, get us back on track, but also please watch Ha Ha Halloween, and also she has her Sarah Palin parody one-woman show coming back in November, so that's going to be really fun. So please follow Amanda on Instagram and learn all about that. Big thank you to Karen from One Family, One Menu, and also my daughter tonight. Really, she makes the most delicious stuff, real person stuff, as opposed to my bats, which did not turn out well, and my caramel apples, which the caramel was a little too thin, as you could probably tell on the stream. But she makes real person food, so please subscribe to her YouTube channel, her Instagram, all of that stuff. Big thank you to Cooking with Catherine. That is always such a fun show to have on. Big thank you to our cutest buddy ever, Peyton Chavez. Peyton, I'm forcing you to work with me on everything because you are an absolute delight. Thank you also to Saturday for stepping right in after you came back from work almost immediately. And if you want to see more of Saturday and I together on October 27th for a part of the Extra Genius Festival, my mime show, Silent but Deadly, is going to be doing a live, masked, socially distanced performance on the stoop of the crane. It'll be streamed out for everyone to see. And yeah, oh, and Punchline Loading as well with Saturday, which is going to be October 29th and 31st. Great. There's so many things for so many people to plug. Oh, this is wonderful. And also please follow me because I wear dresses like this all the time. I'm stuck on myself. There we go. The thing with sequin dresses is that sometimes you get stuck on yourself and you can't make big movements. But really, thank you so much for tuning in to watch. Thank you, all of the viewers at home who stuck with us the entire time. Thank you to the viewers who left immediately after 3 seconds, because technically on Facebook, your view still counts. Really, enjoy your Halloween. Have a great time. I'm going to eat all of the food that I made during this and did not have a chance to eat because I was hosting at the same time. Bye, y'all.